Get strong.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another deck profile. Today is another update deck profile. Today I'm going to do an update deck profile of my knight deck, Sir Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. I really enjoy playing equipment based decks, to a point I found a new love with also playing ores, but this is a nat deck. But when it comes to knights, I just love the fact that I can equip stuff to my knights for free, because that's really good. And playing this deck since May, I've made a lot of progress with updating it. There are some cards I decided to take out, some new cards I decided to put in. And yeah, thanks to kind of like the Wild of Eldraine, I think the deck's gotten a bit better. So yeah, I think we should go straight into the profile. For those who don't know, Gwyn is a 6-mana 5/5 with Vigilance and Menace. Whenever an equipped creature attacks, you may draw a card. I say may, you mandatory draw a card and lose a life. And yeah, equips you control have equipped Knight 0, so any of your equipment can like attach to her for free. Still sorcery speed, but still for free. So we'll go on to the creatures. Obviously, still running the Pure Steel Paladin for the draw and Mailcraft. So via 3 or more artifacts, equipment cost 0 to equip. Still running Danthea. I can never pronounce her name, but I still run both versions of her. The ores and equipment cost 1 less to cast, and when this ends battlefield, attach a put ore and equipment from your graveyard or hand onto the battlefield attached to her. And then we have my Knight Exemplar. Knights get indestructible and +1/+1. Pretty important. Guardian of Faith, just for the phase out. Armored Sky Hunter, look at top 6 when it attacks. Yeah, when it attacks, look at top 6. You may reveal an ore or an equipment. Put it on the battlefield, and equipment put on the battlefield. This way it attaches to target creature. Balin the Wandering Knight. My Cavalier still have this guy because giving my Knight's Death Touch is really strong and really dumb. We then have Lancers. Ends the battlefield, you search for a legendary card add to your hand. For the last Knight, it's actually a new Knight. I decided to put him in because I needed lots of trample so I get my swords of so and so off. So we're actually running Blood Crusher of Khorne. He is a 4-mana 3/3 with trample, and all other creatures you control have trample. I stumbled across him like a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, I really wanted him. I didn't know he was a knight. I just thought he was a demon. So yeah, I had him in the deck, and he's been really good. I like him a lot. He's not like, he's very cheap too, extremely cheap card. Even though I couldn't really find any on any on eBay or any of the other card sites, I had to rely on Card Market, which is fun because it turned out to be 0.11 euros. Very cheap. For the last 5 creatures, obviously we're still running Stoneforge Mystic, Stone Healer Giant. Like, these guys are like my main artifact search, like creature wise, because ends battlefield, search for equipment at your hand. Pay to tap, search your deck for an equipment, put it onto the battlefield, attached to target creature. So really strong and good cards. I do enjoy them a lot. I actually have this guy in the deck just so that my equipments have hexproof. That's the only reason why he's in there. But he's also a 3/5, so he can be a blocker if need be. And then for the last new card, it's actually Godo. I decided to add Godo into deck to help with kind of like to kind of guarantee a win. I don't use them very often, but when I want to kind of end the game, just in case, I can summon Godo and kind of go from there, because Helm of the Home and Godo is an infinite loop. And then for the last creature, still running Nihari, Forged in Fury, just because I think it's good still. It allows me to exile top card if it is an equipment, because I do want like 18 in the deck. Cost without paying mana cost. So that's it for the creatures. Not a very huge lineup. I think there's only like 16 or so creatures altogether. I think counting Commander is 16. So yeah, now I think we shall go on to the equipments. Well, the artifacts / equipments. And yeah, that's a fat stack. So regular artifacts. We want 4 regular artifacts, being a Soul Ring, a Fort Vessel, Chromatic Lantern, and Whip of Erebos. Not really go much from here. I'm still running the same 4 basic artifacts as I did in my last build. Well, in the first profile. You can't really get more generic than these two, I guess, because these are so generic. We'll then go to the colored equipments. So again, still running Rope Stars for the phase out. Mole of the Sky Cleaves just because of flying, and First Strike is pretty good, and when it enters the battlefield it attaches to a target creature. And good old Embercleave. We gotta love Embercleave. Embercleave is also pretty good. Gives equipped creature +1/+1 trample. And Double Strike. And when it comes in, it does the same as this. When it comes in, it equips to a target creature. Now for the colorless artifacts, let's start with the swords. Again, I still only want 5 swords in the deck, because I think 5 swords is enough. Still running Feast of Famine, Hearth and Home, Fire and Ice, Forge and Frontier, and Once and Future. Those all haven't changed a bit. I'm still running those 5. I do have plans to kind of buy the rest of them. I've been thinking of changing this card out, but then I remembered why I have so many instances in the deck, and it's because of this. For those who don't know, deals commander to a player, Surveil 2, then you can cast an instant sorcery. Instant sorcery just instant. Instant sorcery, mana value 2 or less from your bin, casted, gets exiled. This is why I have so many instances and like so many like 2 drop or 1 drop instances in the deck, just because I have this sword. Now for the artifacts that give me haste. Obviously, Swifties, we don't like Greaves because, yeah, we want to target our guys because of the Shroud. We don't like Shroud, we love Hexproof. Sword of Vengeance, First Strike, Fringe, Trample and Haste, as a lot of keywords. And Haunted Cloak, again, Vigilance, Trample and Haste, pretty good keywords. Now we have Shadow Spear for the Trample and Lifelink, Sword of the Amethyst so we can gain a land every time we attack with our creature, Trailblazer's Boots so if they do have a non-basic land they can't block our creature, Thrawn's Power Suit. It's actually a new one I added. The equipped creature gets a +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it, and it also has Ward 2. So giving you Ward 2 is just the extra protection, just in case. And yeah, it's just an equipment I didn't have, so I decided to buy one, and it's worked pretty well. I do really enjoy it. And I can always get it straight from the deck if I really need to, because of Stoneheaver Giant. Next we are running Sunforger, because Sunforger is nuts. Pay 2, unattach it, and cast a red or white instant from your deck. Yeah, pretty good. Goes really well with Sword of Wands of Future, because then it sets up your bin. And then we have, obviously, Helm and Hose to go with Godo. It was already in the deck. Godo was just a newer one, the newer card I added. I'm still running this armor because popping a permanent every time my creature attacks is pretty good. And now we get to the instances. I think I have like, what, 13 instances, I think? Yeah, 13. So, some of these I'm still running. Actually, I think I'm still running all of them. Nothing has really changed. I did take some out for other cards. Like, we still have Enlightened Tutor, Source of Plowshare, Dispatch, Stroke of Midnight, Surge of Salvation, Chroma's Will, Tefari's Protection, Memory Shred, Thrill of Possibility, Chaos Warp, Terminate, we got Anguished Unmarking, and Boris Charm. We still run these. I did actually take out the what was it? Path to Exile. I did actually take that card out for something else, because I honestly think that card's probably better. I like it a lot too. Again, I don't think. Oh no, I have changed some of the sorceries around. We're still running Steel Shaper's Gift, add equipment from your deck to your hand. Open the armory, add an equipment or an aura to your hand. Eidetic Tutor is a new one I've added in the deck, just so I can search my important enchantments. Brilliant Restoration brings back all my enchantments and artifacts. Night Whispers, so I can draw cards. This Demir, which I only use for the transmute. The same with Memory Shred. Diabolic Tour, Render Blast, and Ruinous Ultimatum. Again, the only difference is the fact I added the this tutor. Now, the enchantments, I've actually had a play around. I've had a play around with the enchantments since the last profile. Like, I kept changing them over and over again because I wasn't. The first profile was good, I enjoyed it, but I really wanted to make the enchantments really stand out. So, with the enchantments, obviously we have land tax, so we can search for lands beginning up our upkeep if at least an opponent has more than me. Still running this enchantment because it's nutty in Arthur, well, equipment decks, because they get flash, and when they enter the battlefield they equip to a creature. One of the new enchantments I'm running is actually Court of Ardenvale. I love the courts. I think they're really good, and I love the card art. I also have a plan to buy all of them in borderless foil. For those who don't know what this does, it makes me the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. If you're the monarch, return the permanent to the battlefield. Now, I have so many equipments and artifacts that cost like 3 mana. For example, all the swords. The swords all cost 3 mana to play. If they blow up my sword, I'll just gain it back. And I'm fine with it. If I'm not even the monarch, I'm fine with it going to my hand, because I can still, hopefully I have tons of mana with this to play them. But yeah, I feel that these are underrated, because obviously if you get attacked while you're on the monarch, they deal damage, you lose the monarch. But I think these are still really good to have. Next, we're still running the Forged Anew. I may, as long as it's my turn, I may activate equip abilities as though they were instants. When it enters the battlefield, return equipment from your bin to the battlefield, and you may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate during each of your turns. Usually I only use it for the top and second bit. I don't really use this one because most of my guys are knights. Well, all the guys I want to equip to are knights. Mantle of the Ancients, just so I can get all the, at this point, all of the equipments for my bin attached to the creature that's enchanted by this. And Fire's Class, because again, we love the equipment search. I've also had a play around with the, I've played so much with this deck recently, and I've took out cards I think are dumb, well, bum, and put in cards that I think are pretty decent. So a lot of my decks I run 34 lands because I think 34 is the magic number. So we're running Commander deck, so obviously we're running Danky Command Tower. Unclaimed territory, so my knights, they can tap for any color to cast for a knight in case I don't have a red or white. And you guys don't know, this deck is majority red-white. Still go Reflecting Pool because mana. If I don't have enough red, if I at least have a mountain, this can also tap for a mountain. Tournament Grounds, it's a triple color land, but you can only pay the colored mana to cast knights or equipment spells. Still running the No Man Outpost. Pretty basic really. And I decided to add this in because I can search for this because it is a mountain, plains, and a swamp. My camera is not focusing. I've only just... There we go. And plus, I could cycle, which is pay free, discard, draw card, which is pretty decent. So that kind of it for the triple / tap for any color. For the ones that create one color, obviously we're running the Ancient Den, the Road of Whispers, and the Great Furnace, just because they're artifact lands and they help with metalcraft. Luxury Suite comes on tap if I control 2 or more opponents. Sundown Pass comes on tap if I control 2 more lands. The same with Shattered Sanctum. Clifftop Retreat comes on tap if I control plains or mountain. For the colorless, Command Beacon. This is in the deck because since Gwyn is a 6 mana drop commander, if it gets killed 2 times, I do not want to pay 10 mana to bring him out. Bring her out. So I added Command Beacon so I can tap this, sack this, and put Gwyn into my hand, which I think is really, really good. Especially when your commander costs if it's over 6 mana, use a Command Beacon. A Reliquary Tower to help with maximum hand size. And we're still running Apprentice Fair because paying for sack, search for an artifact, pretty good. And then for this is the only sack land I have, Marsh Flats. I do want to grab all the others. I do want to grab the red black and the red white one at some point. But I think at the moment this is fine. This is fine. Now for the basic lands. So we are running 6 plains because again the deck is majority red white, 5 swamps, and 6 mountains. So running a ratio of 6, 5, 6. which is odd because usually I like my lands to be like even, but because of the way of the deck, it annoys me that I have to put it unevenly. But it's worked. It's helped me out because sometimes I really wish I had white or red mana. So having more of red and white, it's helped. It's helped quite a lot. It makes such a difference, an incredible distance. So yeah, that has been my updated Sir Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale Commander deck profile. As always, I'll leave a link to my architect in the description below, so that you can check out the deck list because I'm not writing it in the description. As always, bum that. But yeah, I'll also leave in the description the old profile of the deck in case you guys preferred the old one. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video and hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.